Hey guys, Faye here, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be looking for Tajima's memory. Last episode we were tasked by Ayaka to help out, I guess like these people who lost their visions. I don't know, he looks old though. But he lost his memory, so we're gonna help him find it. And we're probably gonna help the others, I don't know yet.
Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead.
Huh.
Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab.
He seems very, like, people involved.
I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while.
Shrine?
The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession.
Oh.
Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Okay. Go investigate the shrine nearby. Alright, where is it? This one? Oh, I thought it was like a... I don't know. I thought it was gonna be bigger. Examine marks.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it.
This way. Oh, rock formation.
Here we are. This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years.
I think Paimon's just interested in the treasure.
It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago.
I cannot read that.
Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
It's here, silly.
Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone.
But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary.
I just kind of wonder
Still,
who he was waiting for.
It's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited.
How do you know it's a her?
And just look at all the things that
What if it was
happen over
one
the
of your
years.
homies?
The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her.
Dang.
It's all disappeared.
Does that make you feel sad?
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with.
Oh.
As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here.
Of course, man.
I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Alright.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Yeah, me too.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
Dang, the raiden shogun just yoinked people's, like,
Let's go find the next.
humanity. Like, what the...
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the shogun. They're the ones one's responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma.
Okay, I gotta remember that.
Actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own?
Maybe he betrayed I don't know.
Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
Okay.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Emergency provisions? Like emergency food? Do you want Paimon?
Huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
Who dat?
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter.
I'll try.
This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution.
Okay.
The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
That's Visionist.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
We heard recently that you lost your vision. I don't know.
And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day.
Oh?
The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun.
That seems to be
And that's why they confiscated my vision.
very common
Well,
amongst
that's
people.
strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To top it all off, my house
His
was just
voice
raided by
does
treasure
not
hoarders,
match his face.
which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two.
Okay,
If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
I will.
If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history. You demand, boss.
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh? What the? There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here.
I tried. Ali? Aoi.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
Yeah, about these IOUs that had...
So you're
Okay.
friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from.
He'd always put the payment on his own account.
Okay.
However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, so he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
What?
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree?
Run.
Don't worry, we won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
Maybe a little less, please.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. What are you doing here all by yourself?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often.
No, please don't.
Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
Actually, you are in severe debt. You're screwed.
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
That's why you're broke.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
Losing a vision is no trifling matter.
Yeah. Seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision.
Yep.
Let's go find the next poor soul.
Jesus, Paimon. Is anybody gonna tell me that Kirara can do this? I'm a little box! Look how cute I am!
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him.
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time. Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
I love how Ether is not threatened at all.
You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
We're here to become disciples.
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here.
Yeah, don't mind me, my crop top over here. I'm, yeah,
Please,
it's normal.
accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master, and so,
Oops.
even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty shogun herself.
Oh? The shogun, you say?
Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism.
I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. And all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand
Yai.
Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news. Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei. But Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow.
I
Given
will.
that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
I will gladly join you, although I think I'm better than you
Sure.
by
After
far,
all,
but you know.
Everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the raiden shogun from her.
Yeah. This is so pretty. Fox. You fox. I think it's a fox. I think it represents a fox. That's so cool! There's a tree fox! This is ominous.
Do you think that's Lady Yai?
Ooh.
Oh, no wonder Junya was so excited. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
She's pretty! I think... Does she have ears? I love her
It was
already.
probably
She's my
nothing.
favorite.
It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me.
Oh, there's
I gave up the art
Doma.
of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai,
I'm rubbing my chin pubes.
Domon has persisted in this
I'm
state
thinking.
for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right?
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
Ooh.
Then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not?
I like her. Okay, she's amazing.
Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. He began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Oh?
Poor Sensei.
Who's your friend?
To think he's been suffering so greatly.
He just needs Zoloft or some depression medication.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Oh.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Oh my god.
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name.
I understand.
Yeah, Miko just chilling in the
I'm
background.
sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world, but as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again.
Aww.
But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
I love how she didn't do, like, much. I don't want to say, like, anything.
So even though his
She didn't really do
ambition was
much. She
taken
just
away,
revealed that
his
he's
disciples can
a
take
loser.
it over on
I'm
his
kidding.
behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Yes, it seems as good of a resolution as we can hope for. I can read.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
Cool.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
Have you been talking with Venti?
For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
The way she walks. Oh, she's pretty. I love her.
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, yes, ma'am.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you.
Likewise,
She seems
I
super
like her.
mysterious.
She's amazing.
Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Yeah.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh?
Can we walk around? Okay. Oh my gosh! I know I already have her, but she's so
Paimon.
pretty!
It is
That
a
was
pleasure to
great!
finally meet you both face to face.
Hello!
I've heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
The damage done by losing a vision can't completely be undone.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them.
It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
I will help you fight the Vision Hunt decree.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise you made to me.
Naturally.
Aw, she looks so happy!
You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori tea house?
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
No, Toma! He has a little ponytail. I have no further questions.
Paimon has a question though.
Paimon,
Oh?
no one asked.
What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
I feel like the raiden shogun could blast me out of existence and not care.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate
Doesn't Venti
the
have one?
talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
I kind of want one
The
too.
problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who is providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryo Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it?
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot
only
simply
right that-
abandon Master Masakatsu.
It's only right that he should be saved too.
Exactly. I feel the same way. By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone.
It just turned daytime.
When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
Sounds good to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was long. Please leave a like and a comment, and next episode we will, I guess, go get fireworks? I don't know. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next episode. Bye-bye!